Well, here's a day where you just want to find something. You look online and you see what the current value of it is, and see that there's really no point in selling something sealed. So, time for a little bit of crack action tonight. Normally, I'm not going to just rip a whole case for just shits and giggles, but I just wanted to sit around and talk a little bit about Fab and EV and what I think about certain sets. So, Carnival Tom right here is probably one of my favorite Flesh and Blood sets of all time. Not because of all the cards that come in it, but just how aesthetically appealing it is. Like, I never really was one as a kid that really went to many carnivals or anything like that, but it's always just feels like such a great look. Like, the cards are all like a fun-based theme and everything, and it's always been a good set. Hey, there's a decent hit for the start. Foil T-Bone. So I just always loved Everfest. Like, I always loved the opportunity to always open a pack of Everfest, and oftentimes at locals I will open one just for the heck of it. Aether Wildfire, in my opinion, highly undervalued card. Especially if we're going to get an all-arcane set like James White was discussing. That card could be extremely busted at some point in time. So while going through all this, I'm going to discuss like cards that I see and why I think that the Everfest EV is a little backwards in my opinion of what boxes are selling for. Like, I think this set is fantastic beyond belief, especially if all these talismans and potions and stuff are going to be going into Alchemist at some point in time. We just have such a great set sitting right here. And then right on top is 100 Winds as well. That card is fantastic in Ninja. Now then we see other cards like High Roller, which who gives a dang about that. But then here we go, $25 Majestic, because nobody's opening this box. That paid for half of what the box would sell for online. Even bigger than that is also a really good card too. And then we got Thunderquake, which is a really nice card for this set. Like, we're just seeing good cards right off jump all the time. This set has a lot of application in a lot of things. Like, Outland Skirmish is really, really good. Super good, just common. Zoom in, couldn't care less about that card. Slice and Dice, another good warrior card. See what we pull out the next pack right here. Bear Fangs and Wild Ride, not the other for Wild Ride, but those are both good group cards. Hey, Foil Silver, that's never a bad hit. I'll just throw that in the regular pile though. Emeritus Scolding is one of the most undoubtedly best wizard cards in my opinion, at least. I shouldn't actually say that. It's a very good wizard card. It turns red of that right there is a kill turn for the Emperor. And a lot of kill turns used to be for Kano and Blitz too. So we got more amulets. High Roller, not so great as much as before, but it's a good KO gimmick. And just pulling through all this, we get to Macho Grande. I was just discussing this card. It is fantastic. Pick a card, any card is a fun little gimmick. And Winds of Eternity is a really great finisher to the whole combo with 100 Winds. There we've seen just another what I consider fantastic currency. In the Swing, definitely a good card. It's not the best one of them all for when it comes to warrior stuff, but it's not bad. Hey, Foil Winds of Eternity now. I'll definitely take that. I like that card. Haze Bending is super good in the new Prism. It's just another Spectre card, but it's also creating tons of spectral shields that the new Prism can't create, unlike the old one. Smashing Good Time is a very niche card, but it has some potential application in the future. High Striker, I'm not really all too much of a fan of Copper, so I could be wrong. And we have our first cold foil of these sets, which is Talisman of Recompense. Not a good hit at all, but I'll still take it in this box considering we got a swing big already. So, Release Attention is a decent Ranger card right there. I'm not going to say it's a banger, but it's a good rare. And then we get over here, we bought Blade Runner. That's another example of a great card in the set. Just give a one-handed weapon, go again. And oops, wrong pile for that one. Healing Potions, nothing. Shatter, though, this card might have some good application in a lot of the axe builds that are going on. Let's see, we go on through, And we find Read the Glide Path, another fantastic Ranger card. And then here's the Meritus Scolding card, color that you want to actually find. So Everfest, supplemental sets as a whole are weird. They've got an EA Thunderquake. That's a good hit. I'll set that over the side. Supplemental sets, I'm glad they're getting rid of them because they sometimes are garbage entirely. Like, Dusk Till Dawn was very mediocre. Arcane Lantern, literally a game-changing card that exists now. That card has changed so much because of the fact that you can now have Arcane Barrier on your hands instead of just on your normal equipment slot. So this is just a couple minutes of me talking and into this all, and we're already seeing tons of great things. Now, Ready to Roll, that's just such a great gimmick. I love the card because I love playing KO though, and that's just one of my fun decks. But I think that this should not be selling for the price it is right now. However, LSS also had created Everfest Unlimited, which is somewhere in limbo, and that just knowing that the print run is more or less at least double what it is. It's going to stop for another second. Runeblood Incantation. This card is very, very good into Vincent, and that is just another prime example of just good cards in this set right here. Release Tension's back again, and Knick Knack Bric-a-Brac is not exactly good right now, but when heavy hitters come out, this card could be really, really good with all the gold interaction in order to just pile up a ton of items on one turn. Should have one more Majestic foil in this box, and then other than that, all the hits already been hit. We got Bear Fangs, and we got Oath of Steel as well. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Majestics. Generally, there's 1 to 2 foil Majestics per box and about 6 Majestics. So we might have just converted a foil Majestic into a non-foil. Passing Mirage. This card is so good. An Illusionist in general. Just negate Phantasm once per turn, essentially. So, and we're just going to continue going through this. But just one box in, and almost every pack, there's a card I can just talk about. And be like, this card is good for this reason. And it just keeps popping up. Life of the Party, you ain't gonna say it's super amazing or anything, but it's a hilarious card, and I love how it looks. Just going on with the aesthetics of this whole set right here. Alright, we're going to go for box number 2. So, box number 1, I may or may not have broke even on eBay versus what I could sell it for. $50 a box, though. I'd rather not sell them, and I'd rather just crack them. So, let's keep cracking them. That's what that means. And who knows, I might get some crazy good cold foil in one of these boxes as well. You never know. And we got a cold foil Black Vexing Quill Hand for this box, and that is a good hit. That's probably $20-$30. So that right there is half the box value. Smashing Good Time is other foil, and nothing crazy in the common slot. Shouldn't expect anything crazy in the common slot, though. I'm going to start moving the common into the first box I had, so that I can have more room to do all the everythings. But again, still, this is just beautiful set. I love how it looks always. Veiled Intentions. I actually don't know what this card does. Next attack action you play this turn is Illusionist. In addition to his card types, means +2 Phantasm when it's destroyed, draw a card. Decent, actually. And we got 100 wins and Smashing Good Time. We're having a Smashing Good Time with that stuff. Alright, dump all the commons. Just go through stuff. But, again, I get why this set is doing what it's doing, and it's mainly just because of, in my opinion, the way they say it is and the overprinting of these cards. Vexing Quill Hand normal is only like $5, but still, it's a super good Ruin Blade card. It's not only got Arcane Barrier, but it's also, you can pop it just to create Ruin Channels, which is pretty good late game. Even bigger than that, and even bigger than that. That means that the next thing we get is going to be even bigger than that, even bigger than that. Alright. And I spoke good. Revel and Runeblood. That, I think, last I checked was like a $10 or $15 card. Revel is one of the cards of Runeblade I just do not like whatsoever existing, but I'm sure that a lot of people had very similar thoughts with a lot of cards I've played in the past, especially when I was playing Icelander. Pry, not a good card in my opinion. And we got arguably one of the worst wizard cards ever, Sigil of Paparetz. You can try to play it in Kano, and that's the only way you can give it massive buffs, but I'm not ever going to try it myself. We got another Runeblood Incantation right there, so just getting good Runeblade cards right now. And we're going to just keep on pulling through. Blade Runners are foil, Talisman of Featherfoot. That's a card I could see potentially having some applications, especially if you want to run blue razors in the deck. Fatigue Shot, another great just example of a card. That one's only a common. There's a lot of playable cards in Everfest, in my opinion. We got a yellow Runeblood Incantation Extended Art. That's cool. That is cool. Set that to the goodies side. And then we got Battering Bolt. This card is another good card. Just straight good card for our Ranger. It targets non-attack, so you're looking for reactions and instants with it. So it's not always going to be the most applicable thing when it comes to Rangers, but it has a base of 6, so it's a popper, and Rangers do not have many poppers as is. So Foil T-Bone, that's a nice card. Another Runeblood Incantation. Just going to try to bust through a lot of this real quick, and hopefully I get a Grandeur of Elahai, because I just love pulling Fables. I just like to pull extreme things. Hey, Volda, there you are. There's a Majestic, nothing crazy. So we so far got 5 Majestics for this box, starting with the Vexing Quill Hand. Not a single foil one yet, though. I might have been completely wrong about my 2 foil Majestics per box, considering that we didn't see one in the first one, but we'll see what's going on. Another Passive Mirage, that's a nice $3 card. And we go right to the back, and we got In the Swing is our foil, and then we got Talisman of Recompense and Thunderquake. So what are we going to find that's good in this? I'm not sure what yet. Power Growth Protection goes in the wrong slot. That was a card I used to tweak around with the thoughts of, to like using the mirror versus Icelander, because then you could essentially stop all frostbite damage, which is relevant but not. I mean, because a lot of times when you're running in the mirror, you just have a ton of blues. So Recur Corruption, if you play it or create an aura this turn, Recur Corruption gains when it's here, it's a hero discard a card. I can imagine that's okay in red and nothing else. Imposing Visage is a good Guardian card that just seeks out other Guardian auras. Well, I shouldn't say it like that because it's an action. So Pierce Reality is another good Illusionist card, and this one's foil, which is great, but this is just some more examples. And then I got a double Majestic pack for some reason. So that put me up at 2, 4, 6, 8 Majestics in this box. We still haven't seen a foil one yet. And we've got some Vexing Quill Hand as well. Rain Razors are good. Bingo's not really, but Bingo's just a nice, cool looking card. 3 packs left to go in box number 2. And hear me talk. So, Scour is my foil Majestic for this one. That's semi-unfortunate. Potion of Deja Vu is a really good card as well, too. And another T-Bone, which is just super good in Mechnologist and super annoying. Because I've been playing Azuri lately, and if I do not run Black Tech Whiskers against them, it is disgusting to have all my equipment destroyed. Arcane Lantern, again, one of revolutionary in card. And for our last pack, hopefully get another Majestic foil, but I don't know. Nope, Ride the Tailwind. Not a bad card. Potion of Scene and Release Attention. Alright, so that is 2 boxes down. We have a ton of Majestics. I wouldn't say I got positive EV out of box number 2, but that's alright. We're not going to win every one of them. But still got a lot of good cards in it. Actually, I'd say there's a good chance that I hit around the $50 range, because Battering Bolt's like $5, Vexing Quill Hand's like $5, Revel's like probably like 10 or 15 last I checked. Can't say for sure. So that's 25. And then, yeah, I probably actually broke even, considering that the Vexing Quill Hand cold foil, and then the Rain Razors as well is probably another $5 or so. I'm not sure what Imposing Visage is, but I imagine it's at least a couple dollars. Alright, so go back to cracking packs, and let's just see what we pull. Outland Skirmish, Amulet of Oblivion. Well, I don't know what this one does. Destroy enemy ability until the end of the turn. Target attack action gains. If this would be put in the graveyard instead, put it on the bottom of the owner's deck instead. Okay, that's no Oblivion. Oblation. I don't know why I said Oblivion. Probably thinking of Skyrim or something in the back of my soul. That's a decent card. Nothing crazy, but you know, I'll call it decent. So first 2 boxes only had 1 Majestic foil, so I think I was wrong about that. And yeah, first Majestic of this box is Break Tide. Take it. And I'm getting a pile of trash going on already, that's for sure. Seismic Stir, even bigger than that, and Haze Bending again. Haze Bending is great. Great card. Passing Mirage Foil, I will most definitely take that. That's a few dollars. Got Pierce Reality and a Talisman of Tithe. Knick Knack Bric-a-Brac is a hilarious card, but it's not that good, unfortunately, in just regular foil or even the extended art. But it goes off this side with all the other Majestic foils for now. And I'm going to begin a pile of trash of packs invading everything else sooner or later, it looks like. Got Foil Frostbite in there, that's nice. High Striker, and then Helm of the Sharp Eye. Helm of the Sharp Eye is an interesting card. You are gambling with that unless there's not a way that we have Talisman Ignition. That's unfortunate, but it's still a nice gold foil. I'm not sure exactly how you opt in Warrior to use that properly, but there's probably something that's out there even bigger than that foil, and that's that. So there's probably some way to use that really good that I just don't know of right off the top of my head. Drowning Dire, Amulet of Assertiveness, and Thunderquake again. Like, the rare slot in this box is pretty dang good. Sometimes you get crap like High Roller, though, unfortunately. That card, I mean, it's alright. For roll a die and your next root attack it's X what you roll, so it's alright for a gimmicky thing. If you're trying to play KO and have fun high rolling, it's a super decent card, especially on a ready roll turn. Phantasmal Haze. And yeah, when it's destroyed, create a special shield. Might be good for the new Prism since she doesn't create many special shields on her own. Another Phantasmal Haze foil right afterwards, one for another one. And Macho Grande foil. And we get some 100 wind action. Now I'm not doing too much of this right now because I'm a bit tired right now, but it's alright. Gotta get that rack-a-packin' junkie thing going. So far this box we're at 3 Majestics. All the rest of the box I've had 6 so far, so we're looking at like 3 more at minimum. Okay, there we go. This one had 2 in this time. This is the second foil Majestic. Unfortunately, Tri-Shot I don't think is used very much at all or ever. I don't actually think I've ever seen a Ranger use it. So it's not a good foil, but it is. It's not a Majestic foil for the binder at least. I like to hold on to Majestic foils because they are very rare, so you never know if they might be a collectible item in the future or something like that. Because generally in like the new sets they're like 1 per box. Miraging Metamorph is freaking awesome card. It's that card or another Illusionist card in this set is worth like $15-$20, so I'll call that a hit, that's for sure. But like it's very easy to at least hit. I mean, if you're looking for bang for your buck, I can definitely admit that opening Everfest for more than the price that it's at currently doesn't seem like the best idea in the world, but it's also Blood on Our Hands. This is for a little bit there. This card was selling for like $10-$15, but now it's back sold off and it's back to like $5. So it might be good within the new Kasai. It might be really terrible. And we got a second cold foil in this box. A Potion of Seeing this time. We got 2 trinket foils, cold foils. That's interesting. And what's the last pack gonna be? Nothing at all. Payload foil, and that's it. Alright, last box we're going for, and we're calling it a night after that. I don't know what I did with the knife I have. There it is. And we're gonna finish off this case real fast, because sleep is a thing. But I'm gonna start doing not only just box break videos like this, but every now and then just talking about what I think of the game itself. I don't think boxes should be ever going for less than they cost people from distributors, but that's a whole nother story to talk about in itself. I mean, maybe Arya or Monarch. Well, Arya definitely, because there's no hero that can be playable from it, so it's understandable then, considering the fact that the whole set's literally unplayable at this point. But other things, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. So we got our Fidget Majestic in this box, and it is Earthworm Bounty. This, I can't see this getting much more traction in the game, considering the fact that we're not heavily focused on Guardian right now, but unless there's an adult Volda that comes out, then that would be an interesting thing. Alright, we're gonna... Oops, our trash is falling over. I was calling this from what happened earlier. Veiled Intentions, pick a card, any card, and slice and dice. Haven't seen a foil EA of that yet. Drawing Dire is our foil. Potionist Ironhide. I'm not really a fan of that one. It's just buff your defense power, which is okay. Shimmers of Silver. That card is the other one in this set. And this is either... I think actually this is the one that's more valuable. Shimmers of Silver. Because it's just really, really good for orbs. I'm going to put that one to the side. And if that's the case, that'd be nice if I got that one as our high foil. I'm just not sure if it's Miraging Metamorph for that. Wild Ride. And we got a Teklo Pounder. That's nice and relevant to the game right now for sure. Especially with Mechanologist doing its thing. And this is not a dash card specifically. Alright, we got another trinket, unfortunately. But we got at least the Vexing Quill Hand in the first one. Another foil Passing Mirage and a High Roller. We could get a second cold foil, though. We did in the last box, so... Timekeeper's Whim is just, I tried playing around with that card for a while, and it just doesn't do... It's not worth the resource output, unfortunately. Maybe the other one that attacks for 6. I don't really think so, though, unfortunately. Bad Beats is a very interesting card. If you play it already, you roll a 4 or 5 or 6, and your next attack is +5. That's decent, that's for sure. Drawing Dire, High Striker, and Release Attention. Alright, so going back into this, we got a foil Hazeband this time. We're getting all the cool things for Lucianus. Microprocessor is great for data L, which is actually unsurprising, especially with the new Bright Lights cards, becoming a viable deck for Blitz now. Especially, there's just so many items out there, especially with the crank mechanism, that increases things a ton of playability, because you can just spawn action points for the pistol for her now. The 3 intellect still is a little bit of a dampener, but it is what it is. We got another Pierce Reality right here. That's just seeing tons of just good general cards. I mean, there's a lot of bulk in this set too, which is in every set, but you know, Disillusion Spear is a very interesting card. That's per se. If your hero would be dealt 1 damage, prevent it. So it's a steam counter. Doesn't have go again, so you either have to dash IO it out or something like that to make it viable. I don't know. I don't think with the speed of dash IO currently in the meta, I don't think they want cards that are slowing them down that much. We've got a foil Icelander here. This is nothing special, unfortunately. She is probably like $3 at most, I'm guessing, if not $1 or $2. But it's cool to see the original art of her in foil. That's all I gotta say about that. Oh, I dropped it. Pick a card, any card, in red. Look at your hand, opponent's hand, the name of the card, and choose a random card. And reveal it. If it's the name card, create a silver token. Repeat the process 3 more times. So you can get up to 4 silver. Cool. Give me silver, give me gold. Nope. Gold is coming heavy-headed. It's not this set. Alright. Fractal Replication. I think this is the cheapest illusionist card in the sets. I'm not sure about that, but yeah. Well, this round is on me. That's another just great Majestic. I don't know the price of it. It's been bouncing like crazy all the time. It could be $5. It could be $15 still. Hey, we got another cold foil in this box too. Amulet of Haven Call. Destroy Amulet of Haven Call. Search your deck for a card now and rally a real guard and put it on this. Added to this chain link is a defending card, then shuffle. Well, the real guard can also boost its defense even more, so that's not bad for the future. Oops, I accidentally put that on the comments right there. I can definitely see what James Wright was saying about all these cards being valuable, especially if we do get an Alchemist out there, which has been a confirmed class. So, Alchemist will definitely be an interesting deck if it comes down to it. I don't know. I definitely feel like there's a lot of things going on with this set we just aren't realizing yet. Tri-Shot, I feel like the card has a lot more application than people are giving it credit for. Like, say hypothetically, if you're playing Dreadbore Riptide, I mean, I know this is an action, so it's just a card in general, so it takes something out of your hand. So that's a problem itself. But Dreadbore, along with who knows how many times you'd be using, if you happen to have some miracle hand where you had a ton of Bolton shots in your hand, you could just shoot Bolton shots 3 times with all +1s. That'd be kind of busted. All right, last pack, and we got In the Swing foil and no more Majestics. All right, so I just want to recap on everything real fast. I'm gonna move the bulk out of the way. So, I'm gonna sift through the rares actually in a second, but first I want to go through all the Majestics real fast. I mentioned it. Aether Wildfire, I think, is undervalued as hell. Swingbag's super good. Knick-Knack might have application. Whacking Will Hand, great. Oath of Seals, I don't know. Shatter's good. Oh, well, no, Shatter's okay. Rebel's amazing. Terrible card. Decent card. Pretty good card. Nice hero. Let's see what else we got here. Rain Razors is annoying. Question mark if the card's good. This round's on me. Okay card. Okay card. Really good card with Data Doll. Great card. Decent card. Not sure if this is going to be a good card or not. Super good card. Have fun card. I'm not sure if it's that great or not card. Break Tide's amazing in Ninjas if you want to play that route of it. But it's not the easiest build to make, so it's not meta by any means. Bingos just have fun. And then I'm gonna go through. Oh, we also got Winds of Eternity over here too. The foils. Let's see what the foil hits were. So out the whole case, we got, it looks like 6 Majestic foils. I'd say that's like 1.5 per box. No, it's not 1.5. 1.5 would be, yeah, it's 1.5 per box. So that's not bad, but I'm going to have to check up Shimmers of Silver and Winds of Eternity, see how much they're worth. I know that unfortunately these 4 are not worth much or anything at all. So that's a crying matter, but it is what it is. So these will have to be sleeved up soon. Then for our cold foils, we mostly got Disappointment, unfortunately. I think there was another, let's see, there's an EA right there. And then, so we got 5 Trinkets and a Vexing Quill hand. Unfortunately, these trinkets are probably worth like $2-3 each. The Vexing Quill hand, though, is like 20 or 30, so that's great. Got great value of that right there. EAs are always cool to have, so I'll always take more of those. Just put that in the pile with all this stuff over here. And I just want to go through the rares real fast. And I'm going to point out what I think is playable as a whole and put everything in one pile that's playable and everything that's not. Like, actual game playable. Not really. Not. And I'm going to ignore color when I do this. Okay, so if I start throwing yellows that you think don't belong, okay. I understand, but I'm just trying to make a point. And afterwards, I want to compare the two piles and just see what we got going on. And then I'll even do another time where I just remove all the yellows and colors that are just not actually playable, because I know that actually matters in real gameplay. But so far right now, we're actually pretty much even, if we're not counting the colors. And I'm also not putting in any of the trinkets that are not ones that are currently playable. I'm not speculating on those at the moment or anything like that in this little experiment right here. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm not going to go back to the pile afterwards. I'm just going to call it a night after that. But just making a point, though. This is maybe playable. So right now, though, as it looks, we're looking like it's about half of the rares that are in this set are actually playable as cards, not color dependent. And I am just messing with all these cards right now. And a few of these are worth actually like upwards of $1 or more each. And this is not from me overinflating prices on over online. This is from personal experience of selling and them actually selling. Like Passing Mirage, I'm pretty sure is like $2 or $3 as it is non-foil. So smash. Well, I might actually go back through and just check up this, because I'm not. There are a lot of yellows I'm pulling, and like some of the cards are playable in yellow, but okay. So before everything, the pile of what I consider not currently playable rares compared to the pile of rares that are playable on the left is not very different. It's negligibly smaller for the ones that are not playable versus playable. All right, I'm just going to take out all the colors of these cards that I don't think are that playable. Slice and Dice might be good in other colors. I don't know. Blue's definitely working. Yellow, Thunderquake, no one's playing. Yellow, 100 Winds might be playable. I also want to say that even bigger than that could be playable. The nice thing is T-Bone's still playable in that color. 100 Winds, America's Scolding. Thunderquake is not. So red or blue only. Definitely not for yellow for even bigger than that. Release Attention, East Scolding. Passing Mirage, Slice and Dice. Blues. Yeah, we're going to keep that in there. No yellow releases. T-Bone just playable in general, no matter the color. I don't know about Room Play Incantation for yellow. I think that it would be actually viable in general. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it in there. And even bigger than that, it's good. In red, best in red. Thunderquake. I don't know. True Release Attention, Slice and Dice, 100 Winds, Pierce Reality, Haze Bending, Release Attention goes away. Scolding goes away. So yeah, the majority, let's say probably 40% of the rares that are in this set are actually playable. That is astronomically good, knowing that if you open up a pack, 50% of the time you're going to get a playable card out of it. There's not a lot of sets that have that much playability, in my opinion. And so I'm actually completely fine with the fact that I opened this whole case. I probably got my value back, and maybe some extra, considering that I got some sweet foils here too. Like the foil T-Bone's good. Let's see what else. Macho Grande would be better in extended art. Blade Runner's cool. Let's see. Release Attention. I know I got some good ones in here. Another T-Bone, which is great. Pierce Reality's good. Passing Mirage. Even bigger than that. John Dyer's. I don't know, I just wanted to say that card's name for some reason. Payload's probably actually good in foil, and I got quite a few of these. I just saw. Maybe it was just one other color. I don't know. But continuing on. Yep, there's two of them. Yep, 2 reds right there. Another Passing Mirage. Rumbling Incantation. Hope that pick a card goes outside into the extended pile, the cold foil pile. But yeah, I just want to talk about this for a minute, and I got to get my 2 cents out on what I think about Everfest and the current value of it. I mean, if you want to talk about it with me, always, or leave a comment, or just discuss it with me personally anytime. Anyways, I'm going to get to sleep because it's late here. You guys have a good night.